Yan lagi gusto mo, lalo na nagtiniin tayo sa pusikip na dilim, sa pusikip na dilim. Ng mga hiblang nilalagno sa simbuyo ng damdamin, sa simbuyo ng damdamin. Kumanta na ako para dun sa mga nag-i-expect na kakanta ako ngayong umaga. Well, before everything else, I would like to explain something about that song. It's by Grace Nono. If you know that singer, is a very empowered woman. It's a song that is about how men are fascinated with women's locks like this. But today, I'm not going to talk about my hair. I'm going to talk about men. So, siguro, nagtataka kayo kung bakit ako. Right? I was also asking that question. But when I grounded myself to where I am, listening to Chai and watching for the first time that wonderful movie done by some of our students, I thought, siguro, I am placed here in front of you all because I also have something to say. Pero, meron akong cue card. So, let me first ask you a couple of questions. Are men important? Do we need men in our lives? Anong sagot? Women, do we need men in our lives? No? My objection. Hi, Ma'am Lorna. Alright. Siyempre naman. We are all entitled to our own opinions. But I think generally in this crowd will say that men are important. Am I right? Yes, thank you so much. But why is it that we do not seem to give them the same loving attention that we give women, children, senior citizens, and other groups in this community? Isang malaking tanong sa akin, bilang ina, asawa, kapatid, kaibigan, guro. Why, for all these years that I am teaching, it's only now that I noticed how deprived our men are when it comes to these kinds of opportunities for their genuine concerns to be talked about. So I first would like to thank Chai and our GAT team for giving me this opportunity to talk. So as a mother, as a woman that I am, I find it unsettling seeing my father's, brothers, students, husband, and my guy friends manifest negatively the consequences of stereotypes, of gender roles and social standards forced on them by the society, none other than us. So I would just like to reiterate that today, as we celebrate Women's Month, as we celebrate the remaining days of International Women's Month, we are giving a loving and healthy space for genuine concerns of men to be talked about. So kanina, sabi ko, ay, na-mention na ni Ma'am Chai yung mga na-prepare ko sa aking talk, but it's never enough for one talk because for the longest time, hindi natin sila binigyan ng time para mapag-usapan naman yung their concerns, the gender biases, and the social standards imposed on them by this society. So today, I'm going to be tackling continuation on the gender biases. I was able to interview some of our colleagues here and also my other friends, and they gave me wonderful examples of these common stereotypes. So, by the way, para dun sa mga na gusto ng definition ng stereotypes, I'm going to read here. So, stereotype is a widely held and fixed image, often oversimplified towards a person, idea, or thing. Na pag sinabi mo ganyan siya, ganyan na lang siya. We are not giving them space to be another person or another aspect of themselves. We're not giving space for those to be manifested also. Pag sinabing lalaki, lalaki. Pag sinabing babae, babae. But we all know that that is not how life works. So, today I'm going to tackle to you or to open up to you 3 of the most common stereotypes on men. Siguro, nabasa ni Ma'am Chai or na-present ni Ma'am Chai, but I am going to give a concrete example. The first one is boys will be boys. Boys must be boys. Being a mother of 2, una talaga kinabahan ako nung malaman ko na lalaki yung second child ko. Sabi ko, paano ko to? Anong gagawin ko dito? I didn't want to have a male child just because I grew up watching my brothers become men of absence. Hindi ko naman sila sinisiraan. I'm just giving you concrete examples here. I felt unloved as a woman. Kasi sila busy. Naglalaro sila na marami silang friends. But I didn't feel like these men gave me attention. So, when it comes to my children, sabi ko, anong gagawin ko dito? And
paano ba siya? Wala ako masasabihin ko.
Reading about how children are raised in the society, mas lalo akong kinabahan. But, nabigyan din ako ng pag-asa na, ay, nalaman ko na to ngayon, baka mababago ko pa. So, this is the common stereotyping of children, of male children that they experience nowadays. Yun nga, sabi ni Ma'am Chai kanina, hindi ka pwedeng umiyak. Huwag kang iiyak, hindi bagay sa'yo yan. Ano ka ba, bakla? Right? According to a study from the Forbes, from a website, Forbes.com, 1 out of 3 children thinks they're expected to be tough, to just suck it up. Na pag nakulugan, pag nasaktan, hindi pwede. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-express ng emotions mo. Saan po galing na banal na kasulatan na hindi pwedeng umiyak ang mga lalaki? Why did we do this to our children? Why did we do this to our sons? And why do we keep on doing it? Why do we keep on doing it Not only in our houses, but also when we see situations like this outside our homes. There's a joke. Was shared to me by Mr. Adrian Bermoro when we had a seminar. It just finished yesterday for Comelec. And it was a delight having a talk, an exchange of ideas with him when it comes to these kinds of topics. Sabi niya, he agreed with most of what I said about these stereotypes. And he shared to me a joke. Sabi, may sayo daw na bata na nag-uli halis sa eskwelahan. Sabi sa bata sa ama niya, Papa, madrama kami sa eskwelahan. Sayo ako sa mga madrama. Sabi sa ama, oh, bagaw. Anong role mo? Anong role mo? Sabi daw ng anak, Papa, Ama. Sabi daw ang response naman doon ng tatay, o mayay, kay Dio lang siya sa rabingon. Here's the funny thing about men jokes. It's because most of the time, they are what really is the underlying truth with their situations. Pero nagkakasya na lang po sila na pinagtatawanan at na uuwi na lang sa jokes yung mga totoo nilang nararanasan. Ang dami-dami nating men jokes. But if we really try to look and really understand these jokes, it's very, very deep. Marami pa ako mamaya. Hindi, mga isa o dalawa. But anyway, that's that. It's so sad. Bakit konti lang? Why do our fathers have little to say? Because from the very beginning, they have experienced a childhood where they weren't allowed to speak up what their heart is really containing in there. And I hope this will not perpetuate. So here's another thing about stereotyping that our children experience. Ito talaga nalulungkot ako. Yung bata, yung anak ko, nalulungkot ako kasi the whole family, our whole family, including me kasali kami doon sa, anong tawag doon? Kasali kami doon sa paglagay sa anak ko sa alanganin. And here is the example. So, we came to this house. I was with my family. We had a vacation there. There was this cute little girl. And then, instantaneously, my child and the girl became friends. And then, almost all of us started to change attitudes of this way. Uy, girlfriend mo yan to. Girlfriend mo na yon, kayo na. At 5 years old, I do not exclude myself because I also laughed when some of our family members said that to my son. And only just then, before I started this talk, I realized that that was not right. Bakit namin binigyan yung mali siya yung pakikipagkaibigan yun dun sa batang babae? Hindi ba pwedeng maging magkaibigan lang sila? Bakit namin agad sinabing, uy, girlfriend mo na? Or, another example of a gender bias and stereotyping is that when our sons is developing a liking towards being with women most of the time. We already brand them as, uy, babayote. Ayaw doon kay maiirog ka soon. Hindi ba pwedeng is just fascinated with how women are? Hindi ba pwedeng wag natin silang pangunahan? But of course, yes, I get it. Let's be cautious of what is going on. Pero wag naman natin silang ilagay dun sa punto na wala na silang option kasi sinabi na natin sa kanila. Please take note that even though we think that our children are not listening to us, our voices as their parents are still the most powerful. I believe so. So yun, yung unang stereotype. The next one is something about bad fathers. Bad fathers and under the saya husbands. Di ba? Unahin natin yung bad fathers. There's a stereotype that says that when a father is left at home, laging madumi ang bahay, spoiled ang mga bata, hindi napaliguan. Do you agree with this? Have you encountered this kind of stereotyping? I always do. But I must say, although perhaps it's true, and sometimes, siguro naman hindi naman sa lahat ng oras. And also this other stereotype of men under the saya. Ito, lagi ko itong na-encounter. That when a man is not asserting his being a man in the family, like for example, he lets his wife lead sometimes. He is now branded to be a husband under the saya of his wife. Hindi ba po pwede na he just values his wife? Hindi ba pwede na he is an equal person? Hindi niya ina-assert na siya yung mas magaling or yung asawa niya hindi magaling? Hindi ba po pwedeng they were able to develop a sort of equality in their house? But us, as a society, ay, sunod-sunuran niya sa asawa niya. Under the saya yan. So, funny, but I think this is very true. And also, in our schools, some of our students are often branded as, mga lalaki yun, ng grupo na yun, permi dun maribu. Permi dun mahiriran. Why do we always tend to be negative when it comes to, why do we often tend to be negative towards our male students? It saddens me because I'm also one of those teachers na pag sinabing iiwasan mo, di ba? Iiwasan mo. Lahat mga lalaki yung hawakan ng advisory class. Ay, ayoko dyan. But all the more, these wonderful young men need us. Need an open-minded teacher to help them realize that they are not the nuances of the society, but rather the gender roles and the stereotypes that we have embedded in our veins, in our selves, that we impose on them. So, I think napakarami pa. As a musician that I am, I researched a little. Meron po ba kayong alam na kanta tungkol sa kabutihan ng mga lalaki? Have you had an encounter with a song? Sikat na song tungkol sa kalinisan ng mga lalaki. But rather, what we encounter these days are songs like Womanizer by Britney Spears or Irreplaceable by Beyonce, portraying the badness of men in the society. Hindi naman po natin sinasantabi yung mga hindi magagandang nakikita natin sa kanila. Pero bakit po? Yun naman nakikita. Yun lang po naman ang tanong namin dito. We are not disregarding anything here, but rather, we would like to open a healthier space para yung sa kabutihan naman nila ma-recognize naman. So I think a day will not be enough to talk about these stereotypes. But let me finish this talk with what Mr. Bongbon, our head, the head of our team, of our GAG team, shared a while ago. Sabi niya, ever wonder why men is everywhere? Men is dominating the spaces, even of women. Men of violence, men of weakness, they're everywhere. But ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you this. Kasi nga, di ba, bata pa lang ang mga lalaki natin. Sinabihan na hindi ka pwedeng umiyak. Baka po yung brutality and violence nila ay yung kanilang way of crying. Kasi nga, hindi sila pwede dun sa usual way. So why are they over-violent? Why are they over-brutal? Tayo nakafocus tayo sa pagsabi na, ay, pangit talaga yan, masama yan, kademonyahan yan. But one thing that we are not trying to give attention to is, what if perhaps this is their new way of asking for help? What if this is their new way of asking for spaces like this? We're just pag-usapan nyo naman yung mga pinagdadaanan namin. Kayo na lang palagi. Those are all in my thoughts. I would like just to say that as a disclaimer, na yun lang po ay ang aking mga observations and some of the things shared to me. And to really finish this off, I would like to share some of the thoughts of a friend of mine who is an author said about men. He said that men live in constant fear. Lagi daw takot ang mga lalaki. Lahat niya kalaban. Everyone is his enemy. Fellow men is his enemy. He is afraid that his fellow men will hurt him physically. Women is his enemy. He is afraid that she will hurt him emotionally. Poverty is his enemy. He is afraid of having nothing. And sadly, the society is his enemy. Because of these gender roles and stereotypes forced on him. Pag-usapan naman natin yung mga lalaki and their genuine concerns. This time, let's start a healthy environment for men. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.